You know, Greg. So often we talk about depth, but how important is it for these teams to possess it?
Yeah, especially with the amount of injuries we see happen every season. It's so critical that teams have players that are ready to step up and produce and really allow you to not have to change the way you play.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. The backcourt, Halliburton and Mathurin. And it's Walker in at the small forward spot. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Kuminga's come in for Moses Moody. It's tipped, and that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Halliburton.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good output.
And good that time.
Stronger than he looks. Curry able to take the hit there and finish.
Halliburton passes to Mathurin. Turner with a screen on Curry. Here's Mathurin. And that one, good.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I caught up with Coach Steve Kerr. We talked about Benedict Mathurin, their confident wing. Coach said guarding Mathurin is a challenge. He's got that it factor. So we've told our guys who are defending him, you have to try to match his intensity or he'll eat you alive. Checking Benedict Mathurin, never an easy assignment. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Rise and fires. This is Siakam's attitude off the catch. And with these results, you understand why.
Here's Curry with the 3. The rebound by Turner.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And it's Mathurin missing. On offense, here are the Warriors. It's a 5-point game. Here's Curry. Here's Green. Outside for Curry. Or the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Curry's got 5 points so far.
When Curry gets a look that's good, he is automatic. There is almost no stopping him.
Well, over the years, the Warriors have had some historic tax bills.
Yeah, and for the most part, it's been well worth it because it's led to championships and they generate a ton of income. But now, with this tax repeater penalties, you can see why they've tried to cut costs, and every team in the league has followed.
And how about the commitment there from Halliburton, sticking with it and getting himself to the line.
For Indiana, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively, but where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
It's Curry outside. The rebound by Turner.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Halliburton feeling it out a bit. Kicks it out to Siakam. Fires from deep. That's good. It's Halliburton with the assist. Siakam's got his second basket.
And that's not an easy shot for a big. Siakam showing his comfort level from anywhere.
Outside Butler. Here he goes. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
That's on Benedict Mathurin.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
When it comes to players who like having fun, Greg, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
Now Curry, following the three-point attempt by Pascal Siakam. Beyond the arc. Warriors the rebound. Outside Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And everything Butler does, he does with a bang, including those 2 points.
Warriors trail by 5. Outside Curry. Shoots it, and he nails the jumper. Curry's got 7.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Halliburton with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Mathurin against Butler. Siakam sets a screen for Halliburton. 6 on the shot clock, and Siakam gets it to go on the assist by Halliburton. Halliburton's got 3 assists now in this one. Inside, Halliburton with the steal. Oh, and here comes Mathurin all alone. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Oh, the size and quickness of Mathurin is a deadly combination.
Butler against Mathurin. Here's Looney, and it's sent back by Turner. They get it back. Green kicks to Curry. From past the arc. Good on the triple. Curry's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Warriors. 7 seconds left to play in the first. Mathurin with a screen on Butler. With the floater, and Mathurin with the layup. He has 6.
The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
You know? 2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
Looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
Yeah, and at this point of the game, you know, some might say, hey, can we?
And so it's the Indiana Pacers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Back to the action in just a minute. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Indiana.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
On the court right now for the Pacers. The backcourt, Halliburton and Mathurin. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Walker in at the 3 spot. It's stolen by Green. Butler with the ball. Mathurin picks him up. Outside Butler. And no good. Excellent defense there from Halliburton. Mathurin passes to Siakam. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Siakam's got 12 in the game.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Curry kicks to Butler. Shot clock at 5. Oh! Thrown down by Butler.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Here's Halliburton. Outside Mathurin. Off target from outside. Warriors trail by 6. RJ, with how well Curry continues to play, I'm not sure his three-point record will ever be broken.
It's going to be tough to do. But even if it does, I think Steph will still be regarded as the best shooter we have ever seen, simply because how he changed the game.
Mathurin with a screen for Halliburton. Up and in on the layup. He's got 8.
When he wants to, Halliburton can get to the hoop. Boy, he is tough to slow down.
Pass to Looney from downtown. It's rebounded by Indiana. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And Turner kicks to Halliburton. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Oh, the balance and focus. Halliburton able to power through contact and convert.
And, Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
Mathurin for three. Outside for Halliburton. Turner with a screen for Halliburton.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Pass to Turner. Indiana needs to get a shot off. A three-pointer, no good. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State, trailing by 10. They kick it out to Green. Curry against Halliburton. Butler, a screen on Halliburton. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
The greatest shooter ever, Steph Curry. You played with him. What was it like seeing him day in and day out?
I had the pleasure of playing with Steph the first year he broke the NBA record for threes in a season. And when I tell you he was just scratching the surface, he was always looking to push the boundaries, to see what he can do, and to work at every aspect of his shooting.
Mathurin for three. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist. Halliburton's got his 6th assist on the night. Here's Curry. Pass to Looney. Kuminga goes in. This one for three. And the Warriors miss again.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Warriors trail by 11. Left side, Curry. Wow, magical moves inside from Steph Curry.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
2 open that time, made it look too easy.
Free ball.
Matherin's got 12.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
26 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Butler. In the paint, Butler.
Not many guys with Butler's build have his skill set inside.
Halliburton against Butler. It's stolen by Curry. And it's the Warriors on the break. Kuminga with a wide open look from outside off the mark. And that concludes the first half. Indiana out in front, leading by 7. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Peyton. Wojemski out there with Hield. Then it's Trace Jackson-Davis. And it's Post in at center. They grab their own miss. Here's Nesmith. And no good to start the night, missing his first attempt there. Out to the right wing. Hield outside. Jackson-Davis in the corner. Back to Hield. Shoots the three. Bangs home the trifecta. Hield's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
You got to expect this from a high-volume shooter with range like Hield. He loves to let threes fly from everywhere.
Shepard, the pass to Toppin. Here's Shepard from the arc. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Poked away. Majemski on the wing. They get the rebound. There's the screen. Shot clock at 6. Golden State needs to get off the shot.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Pass to Nesmith. Cranes it from beyond the arc. And the Pacers lead by 5.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
To the right side. Here's Podziemski. Shepard, the pass to Toppin. The kick out to Bryant. Pass to Nesmith. Off target with his 3. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Now here's Hield. No good with the layup. Richard, with Buddy Hield, we're talking about one of the best shooters in the NBA.
No question, he is a marksman. He's going to have to be a mercenary, though. He is the type of an outside threat that every team needs. I don't care what the offensive system is, Buddy Hield will find a way to score.
Here's Podziemski. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Podziemski's got his first points of the night.
And you can expect him to make it when the D is trash like that.
Pass to Nesmith. There's a screen by Toppin. Now here's Nesmith. He's covered closely. All alone. And Payton throws it down hard.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
Warriors trail by 4. Podziemski with it. Picked up by Shepard. Oh, good on the triple. The Pacers have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half for 2 of 8. Took him no time at all on that one. Nesmith has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Now Hield. Pass to Podziemski. Shoots. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket. Pacers leading by 4. Shepard with the ball. Hasn't made one yet. No one covered.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Out to Payton. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's Nesmith. No good from outside. Here's Podziemski. 3-pointer, Payton. Offensive rebound. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
And a great show through 3. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And so in the game for the Pacers. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. The backcourt, Halliburton and Mathurin. And it's Walker in at small forward.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Jonathan Kuminga. He's checked in for Golden State. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the last timeout. He challenged his team. He said they're not going to give us this one. We have to take it from them, starting now. We'll see if that message resonated. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Butler kicks to Curry. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. From deep, Walker. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist. And now an 11-point Pacer lead. Now here's Looney. Turner covering. Here's Curry. The kick outside to Butler. Pass to Kuminga. Back to Butler. The 3. Pacers with the rebound. Turner's got 6 rebounds here tonight, and so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. Pacers leading by 11. Mathurin with a screen for Halliburton. Driving to the basket, and that one drops for him.
And Halliburton not afraid to work for it on offense, taking the contact and still getting the finish.
Curry kicks it to Looney. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Halliburton with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And this is an advantage of having size in the backcourt. Halliburton using that length to cause trouble.
Taking 2 shots.
Halliburton hits them both.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Curry way outside. It's rebounded by Indiana. Turner's got 8 rebounds in this game. And a wide open look for Mathurin. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Halliburton against Curry. Launches from deep. And the Warriors get it back. Looney kicks to Curry. Steph, perfection from the arc.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best 3-point shooter I've ever seen.
Mathurin against Curry. For 3, Siakam. And it's Looney with the rebound. Looney's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Curry with it. Picked up by Turner. Back to Butler. Shoots from 14. Buries the jump shot. And 12 points for Butler.
And the release of Butler's jumper is so smooth. He has no problem knocking it down from mid-range.
Mathurin for 3. And the Pacers can't get it to go. And so Green will bring it up for the Warriors. It's a 10-point game. A deep 3 from Butler. And they recover it. Second chance effort. Pass to Curry. Fires from way out. Whoa! Big time shot!
No, he did. I don't think I have ever seen anything like that in my career. Wow!
Siakam finds Mathurin. Siakam a screen on Curry. Mathurin for three. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Pacers.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Tyrese Halliburton.
He was just dropping dimes left and right out there. Any opening that the D provided, he exploited it and found his teammates.
Halliburton against Curry. And the layup's good off the glass. And here are the Pacers now. Outside Mathurin. That 3 off the mark.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
From deep, Walker, no good. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a...
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mid, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the kiss. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer.
Let off the beat.
Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let
to get into the half-court stand. They like to play at their pace.
Yeah, and there's not many teams like that anymore, but it's all about the details and execution for these teams to maximize their possessions.
And here's Memphis' starting group. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bane. Jackson out there with Jackson, and it's Edey in at the 5, down low.
Yeah, we're seeing Morant get more and more comfortable operating off the ball.
Curry with it. He's picked up by Bane. Curry, no good. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And here's Morant outside. Sinks the tray. Morant's got his second basket on the night.
Now you want to get him going. As soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
And Curry's got the ball here for Golden State. 6-point game. Inside. Here's Butler. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Putting his body to work in the paint. Butler using his athletic skills to get it done.
And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Podziemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
The 3 from Bane. Memphis the rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the head coach for the Warriors gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He said Ja Morant is so good and so entertaining that some guys on both teams just stand around and watch him. He told his players, if you let him get to the rim and do something spectacular, you're not only giving up points, you're energizing the guys around him. Coach wants to prevent the highlight reel kind of plays.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Butler, a screen on Morant. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
I mean, if I was out there, I'd probably test anyone but Jackson Jr.
The offensive rebound. Here's Edey, and he goes in for the dunk.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
Now, here's Green. 6 to shoot. Kuminga with a screen on Morant. Curry. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
And you know you're always going to see some highlights when Morant is on the court. I mean, he loves to use that incredible 44-inch vertical.
And here's Curry for 3. He drops it from range. Curry's got 5 points.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Morant against Butler. Jackson, the pass to Morant. Jackson with a screen on Butler. Here's Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. Fires the 3. Good. And the setup by Morant.
And you know, his team wants Jackson Jr. to keep taking these threes, knowing it'll help open up this offense even more. Well, so much can be said about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s versatility, but I'd like to praise his team-first mindset. If the dirty work needs doing, he's got it, as long as it helps his team get the win.
Now here's Morant. Give him 8. Here's Jackson. Out of bounds. It'll be Warriors ball.
Golden State basketball.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Butler can't get it to go. Memphis leading by 6. Morant surveying the floor. Kicks it out to Jackson. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
You have to account for Jackson Jr. in the corner. I mean, he's an excellent three-point shooter.
Here's Curry. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 7.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now here's Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. Oh, it's stolen by Butler. Soft touch off the glass. Butler's got his second bucket on the night.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Jackson with a screen on Butler. Here's Morant on the take. Kicks it out to Bane. Jackson, pass to Morant. Jackson with a screen on Butler. Here's Morant. 6 on the shot clock. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will have it.
Basketball.
23 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Butler. The kick out. Curry. Back to Butler. Shoots over Morant. And the layup is good off the glass. Butler's got 6 points.
It's very difficult to slow him down defensively, especially when you have communication problems.
Here's Edey. Good. And the setup by Morant. Morant's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. Memphis ahead. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Grizzlies?
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
Down low, it's Draymond and Looney. Stephen Curry is out there with Butler, and it's Kuminga in at the 3. That's the group for Golden State as we kick off the second quarter. Now here's Curry. 7 points in the game. On the wing, Green. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Offensive rebound. Oh, look at Green getting his inside.
The ultimate team player. Green does all the little things that end up making a big difference.
After 3 straight playoff appearances, the Grizzlies sadly missed the postseason in 2024, Grant.
You know, really, by no fault of their own, BA. Injuries ruined what fans were hoping would be a big year for them. You know, it just goes to show there's no safe bets in this league.
Here's Curry, following the bucket by the Grizzlies. Here's Looney. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
Here's Morant. Morant hammers it down hard.
And tearing them to shreds tonight. You know, when a player as versatile as Morant starts going off, look out.
Looney with the ball. Off target from outside. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Morant. Morant with the slam!
Oh, putting on a show for the fans. Morant's skills making it look like a circus in here.
Curry against Morant. Here's Butler. Pass to Curry. Back to Butler. Right side Curry. Deflected. And they get it back. No luck. They battled on the glass, but they couldn't knock it down. Here's Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Now here's Curry. He's got 7. Pass to Butler. Morant against Curry. Puts up a deep 3. That won't go either for Curry.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Curry creates inside. And this is a star-driven league, but talk about the importance of role players, Greg.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference. Incredible work right there on the glass, just doing all he can to extend that lead.
Hey, once you got him on the ropes, keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of hope.
And here are the Warriors now, after the basket by Memphis on the other end. Here's Butler, and that'll be Golden State's ball as it goes out of bounds. Warriors able to keep possession. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Memphis with the ball. A big stretch here going, 10-2. Pass to Edey. Jackson against Curry. Jackson right side. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Edey. Warriors with the rebound. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Moran against Butler. On the wing, Curry. The three is up. Curry with another miss. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Here's Moran. Moran caps off the break.
Great recognition. Understanding that that one is all him.
Yeah, beating everyone up the floor.
Oh, it goes! He beat the buzzer!
The NBA never ceases to be.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
Direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're thinking about the shot.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
His whole first half looked like a highlight reel, rising up and just owning the rim.
Well, they've got to build a wall immediately because he'll just keep attacking like that if they don't.
On the court for the Grizzlies, we've got Luke Kennard, Vince Williams, and they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
Defensive foul. Luke Kennard. First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for one.
Still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
No good with the triple. Warriors trail by 9. And Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, B.A., from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. Payton's gotten 4 this quarter.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Kennard against Payton. Kennard can't get it to go. The Warriors have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Here's Post. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Post has got his first bucket in this one. Kennard against Payton. Kennard outside. Bagley, a screen on Payton. Kennard passes to Bagley. And And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. Warriors trail by 7. Payton with it. Check by Bagley. Payton against Kennard. Payton's shot is good. Payton's got 6 points.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Here's Kennard. Pass to Bagley. The rebound by Post.
You can't ask for a cleaner look than that. He just couldn't deliver.
Right side heel. And here's Jackson Davis. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Now here's Heel. He's closely guarded. Lays it up and banks it in. And now just a 3-point Memphis lead. Payton against Kennard. Bagley, a screen on Payton. Here's Kennard. No good that time. The Warriors have got 5 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. And it's Healed, missing. Grizzlies lead by 3. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. We've got 1:55 left to play in the third quarter here. Well, that's good.
Well, it's a 3-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Healed on the wing. They set a pick. Launches a 3. Hits a 3-pointer. Heald's got 5 points now this quarter.
Terrific energy at both ends to sustain this run.
Yeah, it's normally the defense that fuels a comeback, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Out to Bagley. Pass to Wells. Puts it up from 17. The Warriors pull it in. And here are the Warriors now. They're on a 13-5 run. Here's Jackson Davis. The shake. Pass to Payton. Tries again. And the layup is good. Now just a 1-point Grizzly lead.
Whew, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
Kennard against Payton. Here's Huff. Oh, a two-handed power slam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Payton attacking. Off target at the rim.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Memphis ahead. They lead by 3. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And the Warriors going with a whole new group out there. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr had to say to the team. And the big reason their team is down, the three-point line. Coach saying in the huddle, we have to battle on the perimeter. They're outplaying us from the arc. Guys?
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Down low, it's Draymond and Looney. Jimmy Butler out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Kuminga in at the small forward position. So that's the group out there for Golden State. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for Memphis.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, The coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break. Converting on those chances when they get them tonight.
Here's Butler. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. They've led by as many as 14. Here's Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
I mean, just an agile move by Morant down low. Working around the contact and getting it to go.
Butler, a screen on Morant. Curry against Morant. Outside for Butler. Three-pointer. And Morant clears the board. And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed.
Yeah, the quickness of Morant makes him tough to cover. He's able to pull up on a moment's notice.
Curry against Morant. Curry takes it in. Pass to Green to win the run. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Curry's got 3 assists in the game.
Precision pass into the post. Well-earned assist.
Outside Morant. Jackson outside. Back to Bain. Kicks it out to Jackson. Off the mark there with a 3. Warriors trail by 8. And here's Butler outside. Oh, Jimmy Butler cashing in from distance.
Nice shot from Butler, making himself a threat from downtown.
Outside Morant. Jackson the screen. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Butler against Morant. Pass to Jackson. The 3-ball. Knocks down the long K. Jackson's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Curry looking it over. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Using the mid-range area of the floor, Curry, an offensive mastermind.
Morant against Butler. Left side, Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. And the Grizzlies lead by 9.
That jumper is pure. Jackson with great touch for a big man. Set him up, let him knock him down.
Outside Butler. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. Ja Morant picks one up. Grizzlies lead by 6. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. There's Jackson with the 3. Kuminga pulls it in.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And here's Butler outside. They get the rebound. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Memphis.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
And the bounce that Morant possesses is unlike anyone else at his position.
Bain against Butler. Down low. Butler drops it in.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
And this is where Butler wants to attack you. Ground zero.
Here's Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
Well, he's getting all he can offensively and making the most of it.
Honestly, they're just down by too much to mount a comeback.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest, this game's over.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. The drive by Butler. Memphis wins it. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stoked.
Jaren Jackson is out there with G.G. Jackson. And it's Edey in at the 5 down low. And for Indiana, the backcourt, Halliburton and Mathurin. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner. Oh, and there he puts it down! Oh, my goodness.
How about the authority from Morant? The way he was running, you knew he was aiming to shatter the rim.
Turner finds Mathurin. Indiana moving the ball around. Here's Halliburton. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Hey, Clark, in tonight's game, what are you watching closely?
Well, the thing that jumps out at me, Kevin, is the guard matchup. I mean, both teams have tremendous backcourts. And I really think whoever is able to win or control that battle is going to win the game.
Jackson, a screen on Halliburton. 5 to shoot. Pass to Edey. Here's Jackson. It's rebounded by Indiana. And here we go. Fast break. Halliburton's got it. Mathurin, good.
A young guy who is ready to attack. Mathurin gets the ball and goes straight into his shot.
Morant scanning the floor. Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. Pass to Jackson. And he's good on the 3 ball.
The Rio, come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
Morant with a wide open look. And the 3 off target. The Pacers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. And Walker kicks to Halliburton. Siakam sets a screen for Halliburton. And he makes good on the layup. Halliburton's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
That shot by Halliburton, not easy. Taking the hit and still finishing the play.
Jackson, a screen on Walker. Here's Morant. At the elbow, it's Jackson. Here's Edey. Here's Morant. Lets the 3 fly. No good on that one. Pacers leading by 4. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Pascal Siakam is nominally a power forward, but his versatility at both ends of the floor allows him to play a number of roles. Siakam says that's where the NBA has been going. It's always positionless basketball, and I feel like I can do anything. And in today's game, Kevin, that means tremendous value for Siakam. Back to you.
Doesn't it? My goodness, David, he is something else. Thank you very much. And the rejection by Jackson. Still Pacers ball. There's 1:54 left to play here in the first. Walker the pass to Turner. Ja Morant grabs the rebound. These Indiana Pacers play at one of the quickest paces of any team in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's quite fitting considering the nickname, Indiana Pacers. And they do set the pace. They love to push that rock, and they do it relentlessly. Catching you before your defense can get set. It's a beautiful way to play. Tell you what, though, you got to be in great shape to make it work.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Outside, Walker. Takes it inside, and the dunk by Walker.
For his size, Walker had great burst off the bounce.
The Grizzlies trail by 9. Morant outside. Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. Can they get it? And then Morant slams it in.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when they need a spark the most.
And it's hard to pick a more electrifying player in the league than Ja Morant. He explodes off the floor, puts
the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Mathurin against Bain. Halliburton outside. 32 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Tyrese Halliburton is flat out special, Clark. And you say it all the time. He is an absolute machine on offense.
He really is an orchestrator, a maestro of platinum-level capability. His turnover numbers, outstanding. He's a guy that flirts with the 50, 40, 90 shooting splits and is going to...
Oh, man!
This is how athletic Morant is, a point guard who possesses incredible athleticism.
Walker is screen on Bain. And a wide open look for Mathurin. Off target from outside. It could go. That one misses. Tyrese Halliburton has been on display for the Indiana Pacers. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Indiana.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
Also, they're getting into the...
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
Tyrese Halliburton, 2 shots. The play is under video review under NBA rules. The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
Fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to have a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
First one falls for him. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
There's Jackson with the 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. Mathurin with the ball, and a wide open look for Halliburton. Drops in the tray off the fast break. Halliburton's got the lead up to 10 now for Indiana. Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. And then Morant slams it in.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown.
Exercising his authority.
Here's Walker. That's good. It's Halliburton with the assist. Walker's got his second bucket tonight.
And Walker with the size and strength to straight up move you out of his way.
Out to the wing. Pass to Jackson. Some nice passing there by Memphis. And he can't hit. Pacers leading by 10. Halliburton kicks to Siakam. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Bain, no good. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bain seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, the NBA's G League has come a long way since it started in 2001. Initially, Pacers coach Rick Carlisle said that people weren't tracking it very closely. Now, G League President Sharif Abdur-Rahim says the awareness is night and day. It's gone from being overlooked and underappreciated to a league of burgeoning stars. Kevin?
David, you've been in this league a long time. You and I have seen its growth. It has been sensational. Walker with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And the rejection by Jackson. Halliburton against Morant. For the three. Edey gets the bucket. And now it's only a 5-point Pacer lead.
As a passer, Morant has developed great instincts, and he's going to exploit those gaps in the D.
Outside Mathurin. Walker a screen. And Mathurin is good for three. Mathurin's got 6.
Yeah, Mathurin wanted this bad. He wants to one-up them at the arc.
Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
1:15 left now here in the second. Driving inside. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Siakam's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the middle. Here's Halliburton. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. He's got 15.
Tyrese Halliburton so capable of playing multiple positions and roles for this team. And tonight, he's embraced being the scorer.
Morant. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. Indiana leading by 8. Mathurin with a screen on Morant. Outside Mathurin. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Memphis. And the call will go against Benedict Mathurin. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
First team foul.
On defense, Indiana. Here's Bain. Jackson setting the pick here for Jackson. Good on the 3-point shot. Jackson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Morant finds Jackson. Fires away from outside. And he got that one up in time, but it doesn't go in. And so it's Indiana in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. Tyrese Halliburton has been sensational.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Toppin is out there with Thomas Bryant. Then there's Shepard. Then it's Neesmith. And it's Nemhard in at the 2 spot. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half. Shepard the pass to Nemo. Kennard with the rebound. The Grizzlies trail by 8. It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
From deep, a nice shot by Nesmith. Nesmith has got the lead up to 13 now for the Pacers.
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from three-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
Bagley with a wide-open look. Gets a very good look and converts. Bagley's got 4 points in the quarter. Here's Nemhard. Kennard covering. Fires from deep. A shot by Nemhard, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 11. Pass to Wells. From outside the arc. The Pacers pull it in. Now Nemhard. Here's the three.
Indiana foul. Shepard. First personal foul.
Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Kennard. Banked in off the glass. Kennard's got his first 2 points of the night.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Pass to Nemo. Tapping a screen on Kennard. 6 to shoot. Nemhard's shot is good.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Now, here's Kennard. Nemhard covering. They set the pick. Bagley from outside. Hands it from downtown. Bagley's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, the rhythm, the timing, an encouraging sign seeing Bagley knock it down there off the catch.
With the drive and finish off by Bagley.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
The Grizzlies trail by 6. 1:09 left in the third. Some nice passing there by Memphis. And there is a whistle. That goes on Andrew Nemo. That's his first foul. Picked away. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. And Toppin throws it down.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
Rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Bagley the screen. Kennard kicks to Bagley. Now, here's Kennard. D right on him. And stolen by Bryant. .30 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Shepard. It's rebounded by Memphis. And it's Memphis on the break. Back to Kennard. Launches a three. Bryant with the rebound. One-on-one fast break. Here's Nemhard. Count it. Nemhard's got 6.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set. Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
Got it up. And so it's Indiana holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. A terrific tempo and a great pace. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Edey out there with Jackson. And it's Jackson in at the three. With 1 second left, Jackson finds Jackson. Morant with it. Working on Walker. Clock at 4. With 1 on the clock. And another shot. Edey. And finally they hit one. Edey's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Grizzlies. Halliburton against Morant. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Halliburton, that's good.
He's such a creative scorer in close. Tyrese Halliburton only needs a sliver of space to make you pay.
Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. Jackson dishes to Morant. And Morant throws it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Pass to Edey. Bane looking around. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Indiana leading by 9. Goes up off the inbound. And Halliburton slams it in.
How about Halliburton? Going right to the rim, sneak dunking on that attack. Impressive.
And a fast break now for the Pacers. Beyond the arc. For 3. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Indiana.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
Halliburton passes to Mathurin. Walker a screen on Bane. Here's Halliburton. Takes it out to Siakam. Pass to Mathurin. Siakam a screen on Bane. Mathurin against Bane. Turner for 3. And he's able to get it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Grizzlies trail by 11. Morant outside. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Bane. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Tyrese Halliburton. Good on the first, and that brings them to within 10. And so he hits both. Here's Mathurin. Morant with the steal. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. He had a nice open look right there. Edey's got 4 points this quarter.
Terrific dime there. Morant realizing his responsibility to share the wealth with his teammate.
got that one up quick.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Bain with it. Halliburton picks him up. Outside for Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Walker with the rebound. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
Here's Halliburton. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Stolen by Walker. And here we go. Halliburton heading to the hoop. And Halliburton slams it in.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Turner with a screen on Bain. And it's Desmond Bain with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Turner, and it's slammed in by Turner. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mid, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak, be back in the pistol. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone
Having a lengthy bench, so important in the NBA.
It really is. I mean, there's always the risk of guys getting hurt throughout the season. So the teams know the value of having a very deep rotation, and they make the most of their bench, which is smart.
Let's take a look at our starters for the Golden State Warriors. Down low, it's Draymond and Looney. Butler out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Kuminga in at the 3 slot.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding. Rising up off the ground.
Mathurin with the ball. Kuminga defends. And he lobs it up top. And the jam by Walker.
Go up and get it, young man. Walker's terrifying when he's attacking the rim.
Curry against Halliburton. Curry, that's good.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Halliburton following the score by Golden State. And that one drops for him.
Defense doing their best to put Halliburton off balance, but he stays flexible, kind of warps around the defense and adjusts to the contact.
Now here's Curry. Pass to Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Now well into his 30s. Is it fair to start wondering how many seasons Jimmy Butler has left, Grant?
Well, it's a fair question, B.A. But at the same time, Jimmy's hunger is just so different than everybody else's, which I could see helping prolong his career.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. Back to the basket by Indiana on the other end. Looney finds Butler. Walker with a steal. Now the Pacers on the move. Siakam with it. Green picks him up. That's good from Siakam on the assist by Mathurin.
And I'll tell you, Matherin's passing game has a solid foundation. Now, hopefully, it continues to grow here.
Halliburton against Curry. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. Stephen Curry is still playing, but the debates have already started about where he ranks among the all-time greats, Brent.
LBA, it's a matter of opinion, but if your opinion is that he shouldn't be up there, shame on you. At 6'2", this guy is pound for pound, maybe the best player that's ever suited up in this league.
Halliburton with the steal to the paint. Here's Turner. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Smart bucket by Turner. Use your length and score it in close.
Here's the pick. Curry against Halliburton. Pass to Butler. From deep. Shot clock at 6. Unable to get that one. The Pacers have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. The 3, Mathurin. Good. And it's Walker who picks up the assist. Mathurin's got 5 points.
He's got that guard quickness. Mathurin showing off his catch and shoot ability.
Here's Curry. Oh, and Turner with a block. In transition, here come the Pacers. Here's Mathurin. And that one is hammered home.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Now here's Curry. He's got 5. Counted from distance.
Great execution. Steph just ripping the defense right now to shreds. What a great screen and roll action that was.
Yep, that one's good.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Butler against Walker. Pass to Looney. With some arc. He can't get it to go. Siakam with the defensive effort. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Rick Carlisle and I got a chance to talk for a bit. I wanted to know how he planned on tackling the Jimmy Butler problem. He told me, I want to make everything as hard for him as possible, anything we can do to bother him and to get him to be even a little less aggressive, trying to put out the fire before it starts. That's the plan. Back to you.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Butler can't get it to go. Indiana leading by 8. Halliburton finds Mathurin. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Mathurin with a steal. Siakam with it. Now guarded by Butler. Siakam, no good.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
Nice shot by Walker.
No hesitation. Nice work by Walker, not overthinking it.
Will it go? Outside for Butler. Can't connect from short range. Halliburton for 3, and that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer, and so it's Indiana. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Well, it's all fast break points. Those easy buckets. They're so hard to come by in the NBA. So if you get a chance to run, you have to take advantage of it.
They've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
So on the floor from Golden State. Down low, it's Draymond and Looney. Stephen Curry is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Kuminga in at the 3. And the Pacers started last season all offense, Grant, but even they knew that would not be sustainable.
Yeah, Coach Carlisle prodded them to at least get to average on the defensive end. And there's no question they have the tools to do it.
Here's Halliburton. After the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago, and that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Kuminga. Halliburton for 3. They grab their own miss. Outside Mathurin from the arc. Nails it from 3. Mathurin's got 10.
Good find there by Turner. He sees an opening and swiftly feeds the ready shooter.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Pascal Siakam. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Kuminga with a screen on Walker. And here's Butler outside. Here's Kuminga. Outside for Green. Butler on the wing. Clock at 6. And that comes off the assist by Green. 5 points in the game.
I don't think there's a moment on the floor that Jimmy Butler does not feel the utmost confidence.
Halliburton with the ball. Now guarded by Curry. Siakam with a screen on Curry. Here's Halliburton. Tyrese playing big in the painted area.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
He's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Pass to Green. Buries it down low. Green's got his second basket of the night.
Well, tough shot from Draymond Green, but he brings this out of his squad and frustrates the opponent.
And here's Siakam for 3. And again, it's Indiana with a 3. Well, Brent, we hear the term empty stats ever so often. What are your thoughts about that phrase?
BA, when you play such a long season, there are going to be nights where the game is not all that competitive. But we also know that throughout the course of long seasons, there are teams that are not going to be competitive. Still, those guys going out there on a nightly basis and putting up their numbers, getting those reps in, it means they're capable.
I mean, what an acrobatic move. Walker just leaving them speechless.
And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. They trail by 16. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, drawing charges is an art. The Warriors' Brandon Podziemski led the league last season, and he said, I'm not going to jump with anybody at the rim and block them. This is another form of rim protection. And Brian, while some have labeled them dangerous and called for charges to be taken out of the game, they remain a winning play.
Yeah, that's a good point, Allie. Thanks.
Well, this is why so many people are high on Halliburton, sensational scorer who can dominate the game at times.
On the attack, Curry. Here's Looney. The rebound by Tyrese Halliburton.
It can be tough to find space in the mid-range area. Probably should have passed that one up.
Here's Siakam. And then Siakam with the jam.
He's just such a long and powerful player. I mean, once Siakam gets inside like this, he's ready to jam.
Curry passes to Looney. It's stolen by Halliburton. Siakam outside. 1:04 left to play in the first half of basketball. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. Outside Butler. All sorts of time. And yep, it's good. Butler's got 7 now in this quarter.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Here's Halliburton. And the dunk by Halliburton.
And that's an emphatic 2 points from Tyrese Halliburton.
Curry looking it over. Outside Butler. Walker with a steal. For 3, Mathurin. On the wing, Mathurin. Turner for 3. Jimmy Butler with a rebound. Warriors trail by 18. He takes it in, and it's Butler with the jam.
Opportunistic score there from Jimmy Butler. Sees the lane, fills the lane.
They get it again. Up in time. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. Tyrese Halliburton getting it done. All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the Fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're thinking about the shot.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Tyrese Halliburton has been sensational.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Topping out there with Thomas Bryant. Then it's Shepard. Then there's Andrew Nembhard. And it's Neesmith in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for the Pacers. Great open look there. And the Pacers lead by 19.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost them 3.
One thing this Golden State team does very well is control the offensive glass, Brent.
Well, there's been a lot of talk analytically, BA, about how advantageous it is to come in and swoop through to grab offensive rebounds. Golden State has bought into that philosophy. They also have guys who take a lot of long shots, so that's long rebounds with a better chance of gaining an extra possession. So some smart analytical play here from Golden State in the past couple seasons.
Now here's Payton. Outside Moody. Shot clock at 5. And the ball out of play. The Pacers will have it. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Here's Shepard, guarded by Payton. Pass to Neesmith. And it's out of bounds to Indiana.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Now here's Payton. Still without a bucket. Shot to stop the run. And the Warriors miss again. The Pacers have gone 3 of 3 in the second half. Here's Thomas.
Oh my goodness.
Big finish right there.
Awesome. Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Here's Payton. Pass to Heel. Just 5 to shoot. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Hield's got his first points of the game.
Yeah, for guards who are young players in the NBA, finishing around the rim is always a focus at this level. Nice job by Hield there.
Here's Shepard. Bryant, the pass to Toppin. Back to Bryant. Pass to Shepard. Here's Nembhard. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Warriors have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Outside Payton. Hield on the wing.
Minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
They set the pick. And he's going for the lob.
And credit Buddy on that play. The correct read, setting up his teammate.
Here's Shepard, guarded by Payton. Toppin, a screen on Payton. Toppin outside. To the middle. Here's Bryant. And then Bryant with the dunk.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. The Pacers making their last shot. Outside Hield. Fires from deep. Pure from three-point range. Hield's got 5.
And you love how Hield is always ready with his feet set. Once the ball hits his hands, it's off.
Here's Bryant. Softly drops in the floater.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Payton with it. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Moody. Here's Post, guarded by Toppin. Post shot, no good. The Pacers have gotten all 6 of their shots to fall. Talk about a perfect start to the half. Tipped away. And here's Toppin. And here's Bryant, guarded by Payton. Bryant, no good. Toppin against Payton. Here's Post. Shoots over Bryant. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Indiana Pacers. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. On the court for Golden State to start the 4th. Down low, it's Draymond and Looney. Butler out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Kuminga in at the small forward position. Here's Curry after the basket by Indiana on the other end. Pass to Butler. Shot clock at 6. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Offensive board. The kick out. Curry. Halliburton with the steal. And they're running. For 3. Matherin. Yes. Great play by Walker to set it up. Walker's got 3 assists tonight. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Pacers.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
They've been fantastic tonight, really enforcing giveaways and getting scores on the other end. I mean, you get a few more possessions like that, your confidence grows, you win that turnover battle.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Halliburton.
Well, somehow they kept possession of the ball after that poor pass. They should be very thankful that wasn't a turnover.
A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone now. Curry drives in to the right side. 4-3. And the Warriors miss again.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
It's stolen by Green. And he's all alone. Here's Kuminga. And Kuminga throws it down.
Here's where Draymond Green just completely disrupts a possession. He reads the offense well and takes a good calculated risk.
Halliburton, the pass to Mathurin. Turner, a screen on Curry. Back to Turner, all alone. And it's Stephen Curry with the rebound.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Pass to Turner. Back to Halliburton. Now here's Walker. He's watched by Kuminga. And it's Turner, that time on the assist by Walker.
I mean, just so alert with his head on a swivel. Walker able to find the open man.
Curry against Halliburton. Here's Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Mathurin, a screen on Butler. Halliburton with the ball. Now guarded by Curry. And the basket by Halliburton.
That's how you shoot a floater. Halliburton showcasing the soft touch.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Curry against Halliburton. Outside Curry. Fades away. Again, Golden State. The Pacers have gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. Halliburton, the pass to Mathurin. That's good. And Halliburton gets the assist. Halliburton's got 5 assists in the game. Halliburton against Curry. 1:27 left to play in the fourth. Pass to Butler. 6 to shoot. Bucket again. 7 for 12 and going at the defense.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Pacers.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And what a huge performance it was for Tyrese Halliburton.
Now, serving up feeds all night long. He was the best teammate that they had on the floor.
Now here's Curry. And there's the drive. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First team foul.
Brent, you could hit the 3 back in your day, and no doubt, Stephen Curry is the best three-point shooter in league history. What makes him so good from deep?
To me, BA, it comes down to the way that Steph goes about his habits in practice. If you ever watch footage of him in pregame warm-ups or in the offseason, there is so much variability in what he does in terms of preparing his feet and hands to shoot the basketball. There's no one that practices the way that Steph does. And there's no one that produces the way that he does either.
Outside for Butler. Shoots over Walker. Kuminga down low. He's covered by Mathurin. Looney inside. Off the mark. And so Indiana takes this one. But thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, Grant.
Hi, everyone. Thanks. Now, Golden State's starting five. The post pair for him. It's Green and Looney. Butler out there with Curry. And it's Kuminga in at the small forward position. And for the Grizzlies, Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jackson is out there with Jackson. And it's Edey in at the 5, roaming the paint. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
And a wide open look for Bane. Now Butler. Looney kicks to Butler. Curry, a screen on Morant. Shots good by Butler.
The defense has to make it tougher for Butler. Can't give him that.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Pass to Edey. About a minute played so far here in the first. The shot from the low post is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Green kicks to Kuminga. Pocket 6. And Kuminga throws it down.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
And, Richard, you just get the feeling that Jonathan Kuminga is finally starting to hit his stride, don't you?
It is all about opportunity in this league, Kevin. With more playing time and scoring chances, Kuminga has really blossomed, and he is not done getting better.
Now here's Morant. Here's Jackson. Good, nice assist from Morant.
Just a few ticks to go. Jackson Jr. realized it and made the right play.
Curry deciding where to go with it. Pass to Looney. Outside Butler. Curry against Morant. Curry passes to Looney. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. It's stolen by Kuminga. Now the Warriors moving it up. And Butler puts up a deep 3. Sinks the triple. Butler's got 5 now.
And the timing Butler has really superb. He easily pulling up off the dribble, especially when the defense is a little lax.
Now here's Morant. And right away they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
The real come at us and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us and I'm coming for my revenge.
Good on the shot.
And this is where Green looks to score. He's comfortable and confident down low.
Morant against Butler. And it's Morant missing.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
Curry with the bucket.
That's where Curry will cross you up. If you play him to shoot, he just drives it.
Richard, we know that not many teams have had steady core players like the Warriors have had over the past decade.
Well, there's so much player movement these days, and it's hard to keep any roster intact, let alone a superstar team like Golden State.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Curry passes to Looney, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
The Grizzlies trail by 5. Morant right side. Into the lane, and finished off by Morant.
I don't know, but it seems like Morant's got springs or something in his shoes.
Butler deciding where to go with it. Pass to Curry. Back to Butler. Green with a screen on Morant. Here's Butler. And the rejection by Jackson. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
And making sure they convert by finishing strong.
Curry against Morant. Curry attacking, and it's Kuminga top of the key. Great look, but off the mark.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Edey, no good on the last second attempt there. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Edey out there with Jackson, and it's Jackson in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Now here's Jackson. He's got 5. Basket good. Jackson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
The team-first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys.
And, Richard, when it comes to Jaren Jackson, there's a lot to appreciate. My goodness.
Oh, I love that he can guard 1 through 5. Really a modern defensive NBA big man. He can go back to the basket or he can face up. He doesn't need the ball to make a huge impact.
And it's Butler missing.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Outside Jackson. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists in the game.
Nice play by Jackson Jr., just taking what the defense gives you.
Now here's Curry. Offensive rebound. Kuminga kicks to Curry. Curry through traffic. Count it! Oh!
That's a guy you want taking shots. A quality offensive player.
Morant against Butler. Jackson setting the pick here for Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
A big target with good hands. Jackson doing damage in the pick and roll.
Bane against Butler to the inside. Kuminga the pass to Looney. Back to Kuminga. Launches it. The shot, no good. Memphis leading. Morant left side. Jackson a screen on Curry. Here's Morant. 6 on the shot clock. Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. Outside for Jackson. And it's off from 3-point range. The Warriors have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. After earning the number 2 seed in the 2023 playoffs, Richard, last season was a lost year because of all those injuries and other things in Memphis.
John Morant only played 9 games last year. Desmond Bane missed half the year. Marcus Smart out. The Grizzlies still have a lot of young talent and a very bright future.
Now, here's Bane. No scoring in this one. Again, the miss by Jackson. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. And slam dunk by Butler.
And that's what they want to see from Butler, a take-charge mindset, that desire to attack the rim.
Morant kicks to Jackson. And another miss by Memphis.
They say it's a make-or-miss league, and there are some times that you miss.
And Jaren Jackson picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
A minute 20 left here in the second. Back to Kuminga. Stolen by Jackson.
The defense had the pass well anticipated. They know the offense wants to get that ball inside.
Here's Jackson. Warriors with the rebound. Knocks it loose. Here's Heaney. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
So it's the Warriors now. Grizzlies making the shot. Shot clock at 6. And here's Looney. Outside for Curry. Second chance shot. Curry gets inside and lays it in.
Great work inside by Curry there. So clever and composed in the paint.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Outside for Jackson. Lets it go with a 3. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 4th assist in this one.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
The Warriors shooting their first free throw. First trip to the line in this one. The first one falls.
Shooting for Golden State, Stephen Curry. 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Curry.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Morant, that's for 2.
The official will have 2 minutes to review the play.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you know, some might say, hey, can we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters. All right, thank you, David. Folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did Coach have some new ideas for them?
So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Got Hield. Moses Moody is out there with Trace Jackson Davis. Then there's Gary Payton II. And it's Post in at the 5. RJ, so often with rookies, we want to judge them after half a season. We're not very patient with them. How long should we give players to prove themselves in the NBA?
Well, there's a different type of prove yourself. If you're talking about a rookie, I was taught after about game 60, you're no longer a rookie because you've played every team, you understand the defensive concept. You might be a little fatigued, but after that, you're no longer a rookie. But to judge them, if they can play in this league, it can take a couple of years.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Bagley with a screen on Payton. Kennard kicks to Bagley. And another basket for Memphis.
And the rhythm, the timing, an encouraging sign seeing Bagley knock it down there off the catch.
Break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Bagley sets a screen for Kennard. And the layup falls. Kennard's got 4 points this quarter.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Payton attacking. Plays it up and banks it in.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Bagley with a screen on Payton. Right wing. Here's Wells. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
Golden State ball.
Warriors leading by 3. Healed outside. Back to Payton. Up top, Heels. Pass to Jackson Davis. Here's Post. Goes back up. Healed outside. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Wells. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Heald's got his first bucket of the night. Bagley sets a screen for Kennard. Outside, Bagley.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Outside, Williams. Shoots a 3, and the 3 ball is good. Williams has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
And they look like a completely different team. I wonder what coach said to them at halftime to help spark this momentum change.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Bagley with a screen on Payton. Kennard kicks to Bagley. Kennard against Payton. Kennard, the pass to Bagley. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Payton. And Memphis making a change here. Stevens is checked in. Stolen away. It's deflected. Fast break, Memphis. Fires the 3. Second shot opportunity. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Bagley.
And how about the persistence on the backboard? Love how hard Bagley works on the offensive glass. Wants to outwork everybody.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Over Bagley. Jackson Davis can't get it to go. Memphis has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3 ball here. Here's Stephens. 24 seconds left in the third quarter of the game.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Good. Heald's got his second bucket.
Nice move. Hield showing he's not just a three-point shooter.
Here's Stephens. Traps in the tray.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Bagley from outside. Off target from downtown. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. We put it on a platter.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Morant is the point, with Bain out on the wing. Jackson is out there with Edey. And it's Jackson at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Outside Curry. Oh, nothing phases Curry.
He's a magician inside. Curry always finds a window.
Morant outside. Drills the three-pointer. Morant's got the lead up to 2 now for the Grizzlies.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. Jackson down low, guarded by Curry. Pass to Jackson, three-pointer, and again it's Memphis with the three.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Curry against Morant. Now here's Curry. Defense right on him. The kick outside to Butler. Morant with the steal. The game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And you can tolerate gaps like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Now here's Curry. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
That one's on Morant.
This just demonstrates how fearless Curry is. Like, he knows how to get inside and draw plenty of fouls.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. They lead by 1. Outside for Jackson. 6 to shoot. Morant outside. Misses the 3. Warriors shooting 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. Here's Butler. And Bane pulls it down. Memphis has gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Bane with the screen on Green. Morant drives in.
And this is where Morant really shines. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to capitalize.
Morant against Curry. Down low, Kuminga. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 5 assists tonight.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Warriors have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Curry against Morant. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. With some arc. Outside for Jackson. Shoots over Curry. Jackson misses. What an opportunity here.
Yeah, a chance to take the lead. This is huge.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take.
Oh no, that was a huge turnover. That cannot happen at this point in the game.
Morant looking around. Some solid defense from Butler. 40 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Outside, Kuminga. Curry setting the pick for Kuminga. To the paint to take the lead. Morant with it. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
17 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Good!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Right side Curry. So a close game sees Memphis take this one. What a show, Dave. Thank you for that, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Onside, Richard Jefferson.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose.
Qualifiers.
for the Pacers. Halliburton runs point with Mathurin flanking him. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Walker in at the small forward position. And for Memphis, manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Payne. Jackson out there with Jackson, and it's Edey in at the 5 spot. And the call will be against Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup, but anything can happen in the NBA, Graham.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game. Oh, man, take a look at that one. Just a textbook alley-oop.
Beautifully done. He served it up on a platter. From deep, Morant. Indiana with a rebound.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And here are the Grizzlies now. The Pacers making their last shot. Jackson with a screen on Walker. And here's Morant outside. Siakam pulls down the board. Walker with it, guarded by Morant. Halliburton right side. There's the drive. Yes, great play by Walker to set it up.
Yeah, I'll tell you, there's a fluidity to that drive, but there's also a toughness to finish through contact.
All right, Doris, where do you think Halliburton ranks among the NBA's best point guards?
Well, he's certainly, B.A., got to be near the top of the list. Number one, his vision is absolutely tremendous. He can create on the fly. As importantly to me, it's his spirit and presence, the joy he brings to the game.
Here's Halliburton after the basket by Memphis with the drive. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
How about the craftiness on the drive by Tyrese Halliburton? This guy's ability to adjust when he puts it on the deck is something else.
Now here's Jackson. And the call will be against Benedict Mathurin. That's his first foul.
First 2.
Here's Bane. 6-point game. Kicks it out to Jackson. 3-pointer. Gets the 3 ball to go. Jackson's got 5.
That jumper is pure. Jackson with great touch for a big man. Set him up, let him knock him down.
Here's Halliburton. And it's in there.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Memphis has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Here's Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. Pass to Jackson. Jackson with a screen on Mathurin. Jackson against Mathurin. Just 4 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Edey for 3. Yes! And a nice assist from Jackson.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Halliburton. The kick out to Walker. Now Halliburton. Turner, a screen on Morant. Halliburton finds Turner. And Morant clears the board.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
There's Jackson with the 3. The rebound by Turner. Indiana leading. One thing about the Pacers, Doris, they can flat out score the basketball.
It is incredible to me, B.A., how infrequently the ball sticks. They play fast, whether in transition or in the half court. They make defenses work.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies. I asked Coach what his plan was for trying to slow down Pascal Siakam, and he said to make him into a jump shooter. He does the most damage around the rim, so we want to force him out on the perimeter whenever possible. It's not an easy task by any means. We'll see if they're able to do this. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Jackson for 3. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
The way Morant sets up his teammates is as good as any guard in this league.
Mathurin, a screen on Morant. Here's Halliburton, outside Mathurin. 54 seconds left to play in the first quarter. They grab their own miss. Here's Turner. The rebound by Jackson. Memphis leading. Morant with it, and Walker picks him up defensively. From deep, Payne. Good, and the setup by Morant. Morant's got 3 assists tonight.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Halliburton, the pass to Mathurin. Back to Halliburton. Pass to Turner. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And once again, off the mark by Indiana. Oh, stolen by Turner. Here's Halliburton. They need this. Can't get the layup.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
And the Pacers looking at who they've got. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Halliburton runs point with Mathurin flanking him. And it's Walker in at the small forward position. Now here's Mathurin. Still no points. And he lobs it up. Out of bounds. It'll be Grizzlies ball.
That's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. It just misread that pass completely.
Grizzlies lead by 4. And here's Morant. Pass to Edey from behind the arc. Good. And the setup by Morant. Morant's got his 4th assist in this one.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish. Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
And here's Morant outside. No good. And that makes him 0 for 3. The definition of a stretch 5, Doris. Miles Turner. He's led the league in blocks, and he can hit a 3.
I mean, it's such a valuable asset for this basketball team. When Turner is on the floor, you've got to be aware of where he is in range, and then Miles is going to protect the rim with the absolute best of them.
Now here's Jackson. He's got 5. Another shot. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Second quarter of basketball. Just over a minute and a half played so far. Halliburton, the pass to Turner. Outside Mathurin. Back to Turner. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
When Turner's scoring buckets inside, he is really testing the defense. This guy has a whole lot of game.
Takes the 3. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got his 4th rebound in this one. Mathurin, a screen on Morant. Outside Mathurin. Halliburton against Jackson. Halliburton on the drive. Banked it in off the glass. Halliburton's got 10.
Yeah, give Halliburton credit for staying with the play. You've got to be able to fend off that defense and still finish.
Walker, second personal foul. First team foul.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second, and the call will be against Benedict Mathurin. That's foul number 2 for him. Mathurin with a steal, and it's out of bounds to Indiana. Here's Halliburton. 10 points for him. Turner. And we've seen the league ramp up the series model where teams play each other in the same arena twice in a row. What do you think, Doris?
DA, I absolutely love this. And more importantly, the coaches seem to engage highly in it because they feel to a certain degree it brings you a level of almost playoff-like repetition.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Halliburton against Bain.
What you know is Tyrese Halliburton is going to give you a day's work on the defensive end. This guy is so good at contesting without fouling.
Here's Mathurin. He drains out one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Jackson the screen. Morant with it. Siakam covering.
Indiana's foul. Walker. His fourth personal foul. 14 foul.
Bain against Halliburton. And there's a pick. Down low. Here's Edey. Kicks it out to Bain. 3 on the clock. They get back on track. And another miss by Memphis. And here's Mathurin. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points.
So fast to get out in transition. Pascal Siakam dangerous in the open floor.
And so it's Memphis with it. After the basket by Indiana on the other end. Back to Jackson. Pass to Morant. Takes a 3. Indiana with a rebound. Turner's got his 7th rebound here tonight. It's Walker on the wing, pounded by Morant. Here's Halliburton. Memphis with a rebound.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Here's Morant. Pass to Edey. Off target from the baseline. Indiana leading by 3. Mathurin with the ball. Started by Morant. Here's Turner. Outside for Halliburton. The floater. Tyrese playing big in the painted area.
When Halliburton gets this close to the cup, he's got that little teardrop. Very tough to stop it.
Here's Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. Back to Morant. Oh, it's stolen by Siakam. For the finish. Oh, hey! How about that?
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. So we conclude the first half. Indiana ahead, leading by 7. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Tyrese Halliburton has been sensational.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
They've got Vince Williams. Marvin Bagley is out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Wells in at the 2-guard position. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Top it inside. It's blocked. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Bagley for 3. He drops it from range.
With all that space, it's so hard for the defense to stay connected to everyone.
Here's Shepherd. And down it goes. 2 points. And the Pacers lead by 6.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
And the foul called on Luke Kennard. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
It's great to see a fantastic block on replay once again.
Yeah, I love that they maintain the defensive energy even when they're behind.
There's a screen by Toppin. The trap by Nembhard. And a slam dunk by Toppin.
Well, the vertical of Obi Toppin on display rises up with ease.
Bagley sets a screen. Right wing. Pass to Kennard. Basket counts.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Shepard, that's good. Shepard's got 4 points in the quarter. Grizzlies trail by 8. Kennard outside. Into the third. 2 minutes in now.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
For Memphis, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. From downtown, nails it from beyond the arc. Kennard's gotten his second bucket on the night.
This is a great option for Luke Kennard. They're going to run him off the three-point line, so you make a pull-up jump shot. That is nicely done.
And it's Shepard missing.
Well, we talk about the value of great rim protection. That's a shot he typically makes.
Wells, that's good.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And Nesmith gets it to go. And the Pacers lead by 4. The Grizzlies have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Kennard outside. For 3. The Pacers pull it in. 1:50 left in the third quarter. To the middle. And a slam dunk by Toppin.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. There's a screen. Outside Bagley. Out to the wing. 5 on the clock. Wells misses. Pacers leading by 6. Here's Nembhard. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops.
Well, excellent concentration from Bryant on the offensive end, actively looking for ways to facilitate for his team.
Kennard outside. Here's Williams. Oh, from deep. And Bryant pulls it down. Bryant's got 4 rebounds now. And the foul called on Luke Kennard. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Nembhard outside. And he's going for the oop here. Toppin shot is off.
Well, he saw the play coming together, but the timing was just a little off.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
Wells, that's good. For Indiana, they've gotten 6 of 10 shots to fall in this third quarter. Here's Shepard to the inside. Nembhard to pass to Bryant. And then Bryant with the dunk.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
And so it's the Indiana Pacers up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And Indiana looking at who they've got. Halliburton runs point with Mathurin flanking him. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Walker in at the 3, the small forward. Pass to Jackson, 6 on the shot clock. And here's Morant outside, kept alive. Here's the floater. Inside to the left side wing. Second chance effort. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 8 rebounds in the game. Bain against Halliburton. Jackson outside. And another miss by Memphis. Indiana leading by 8. Halliburton looking for an opening. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 and counting.
Well, the numbers speak for themselves, but what Tyrese Halliburton is showing you, the versatility he has at the offensive end.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them. Ooh, bouncy. That should give them a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
Halliburton, good.
Halliburton, a huge part of this offense, which is why he has the confidence in these catch-and-shoot situations. No hesitation.
Jackson with a screen on Walker. Here's Moran. Jackson outside. There's the triple. Rebounded by Halliburton.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Back to Mathurin. And the layup is good off the glass. And now a 12-point Indiana lead.
And Mathurin is an impressive scorer, skilled at finding ways to convert around the rim.
Pass to Jackson. Here's Edey. Let's go with a 3. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson.
Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful, and because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
From deep. And it's Mathurin missing. And it's Morant with the ball for the Grizzlies. The 3 from Bain. Pascal Siakam with the rebound. Siakam's got 4 rebounds now. The 3, Mathurin. Fires in the triple. Mathurin's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, a lot of confidence to Mathurin's game. That efficiency has to get better, but he is not shy.
And here's Morant outside. Drops in the 3.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
The rebound by Jackson. Grizzlies trail by 9. Kicks it out to Bain. The 3. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Mathurin. Uneasy 2 on the layup.
Mathurin carving out space, capitalizing in close.
The Grizzlies have gotten just 3 of 9 shots to go in, struggling this fourth quarter. Jackson outside. Here's the 3. Indiana with a rebound. Turner's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Pacers.
You know, their ability to protect the ball helped win it for them.
Yeah, it really did. Less turnovers mean you can get more chances to score. All coaches tell you to value every possession.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Tyrese Halliburton.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
There's Jackson with the 3. That doesn't go either for Jackson. In transition, here come the Pacers. Shot and game clock separated by 5.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
From deep three-point range, it's off. And so the Pacers take the win. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused.